We are in Peoria at Dove Valley Ranch. This is 9333 West Albert Lane. It's in a nice little area that has a cul-de-sac and a green belt. The neighbors seem to take really good care of their properties. Very quiet. Overall, the property's nice. It's just got a little bit of work. This here in the front is going to need some seating or not artificial, but well, just seating at this point, unless you want to rock it. And it does have some rock over here. It does need to have some attention. This tree is quite large. It might need to be trimmed. Overall, the house seems to be in pretty good condition. Out of the sun here. Okay, here now I can see a little bit better. But the trim seems to be in pretty good condition overall in the property. The garage does need to have some painting here. I opened the garage earlier just to make sure it works since we have electricity. And that does need to be painted. Then over here, looks like it needs a new valve here. Anyway, it's very corroded and the handle's broken. And our gate probably could use some linseed oil. But overall, the property seems to be in good shape. It does look like it's starting to split right there. That may need some attention. As you walk into the house on the right, there was a plant here that was being trained. And it has all the little green tabs that you see. Those are for training the plant. And I'm not sure if it's just dormant because of the winter, but because these plants here are growing beautifully. So it could be that this plant is fine and will grow back for spring, which should happen any time now. And there was one little ding right there in the stucco, but that could be painted over very easily. Whether you'll want to address that and take it down remains to be seen. We do have a little separation here that's cracked. It's plastic. That could probably just be pulled out easy enough. And then this whole rock area does need to be maintained. We've had quite a bit of rain, so there is a little bit of weed need. But these trees are in beautiful condition. Just beautiful. The entrance door probably could use some painting. It's a little bit weathered. And this has been glued because it is a combination lock, and I'm sure that they just glued it so people wouldn't try to get in. So that will need to be replaced. And it looks like this has had tape on it, so that will probably just have to be treated unless it's replaced. Now as you walk into this property is 1,914 square feet. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. It was built in 2000. This is an overall nice floor plan, a nice split floor plan. Just so you know up front, the carpets will all have to be replaced, but there is some nice tile. Now this living room area is 16 by 14 and is missing a ceiling fan. And then this area here where the tile starts, that entrance is 6.5 by 9. Goes into the second half of the house. I'll take you into the living room, the dining room and kitchen area. The blinds here all work. Now in this dining room, it's 13 by 9 with a fixture. The only issue I could see on this particular blind, just so that you know, and this could be fixed, is that one of the strings is broken here, but if that were fixed, oh there it goes, sorry about that, you couldn't see it. If that were fixed or retied, that window treatment would work beautifully. So as you go into the kitchen, it's basically the same floor plan that we have in one of our other properties that we're deciding on. The whole kitchen is 9 by 12. And the oven does work. I'll turn it off right now. I've turned on all the burners. They are working fine. The oven is working great. It does need a cleaning. I'll turn this off here just to make sure I don't leave it on. This is a Corian counter. Overall, it seemed to be in good condition until I got to some of the spots that have been caulked, and they didn't use a very good color on the caulking here and behind the sink. So it's actually a really good condition. It's a Corian, and they hold well. They just need the proper caulking color, I believe, for this. Now under the sink, these cabinets, they are a little bit worn, but they're in okay condition. It does look like it's had some drippage, but it doesn't look like it's been a major water issue. So we'll have to check on that. This does turn on, but because there is no water, I couldn't tell if it ran a full cycle or not. And we do have a cabinet door that does need to be put back, or a drawer that has to be put back on. So we do have a microwave as well that I failed to show you. And as far as I know, it works fine. It just makes noise at this point. So if I were to cook at 1 minute, there we go. It is working. So that's good. Let's see the turntable. Now, so this kitchen, I think it just needs a little bit of, possibly the cabinets could use a little bit of touch-up, and then the caulking. Now, as you go outside, there's a little covered patio here. This one screen door looks like it's been marred and bent at the metal. And as far as the top goes, there is some paint that's peeling slightly, just starting to peel here and here. Other than that, there's no separation, which is nice to see. As you can tell, we need some weed control here, and there's a couple of dead plants on the side of the air conditioning unit. Here's a pool pump and some extra brick, it looks like. The pool seems to be in good condition, other than there's no water at this point to tell whether it works properly. The decking, although it is chipped in several spots along the side, not in critical pieces, but in just lots of little pieces. So that's probably going to have to be addressed, as you can see that. Now this is another side gate here. We've got a couple of screens off the house over here that I'll bring in, just so we make sure we can protect those. And then, as you can see here, we've got a little bit of wear and tear from where possibly the rain has come down during storms. Got a little bit of a makeshift planter here that probably will have to be addressed. But the concrete seems to be fine. Looks like we've got a little bit of rust here that will have to be cleaned. As you walk back through the dining and living room, family room combination, we can turn to the left, and there's a little bit of a hall here. This will need a smoke detector cover and a light fixture. There's a nice vent here for ventilation. This particular master bedroom is 14.5 by 14.5. It needs a fan. It needs a cover or a smoke detector. They do have some nicer window treatments as far as shade covers. These are definitely an upgrade from our normal, you know, just blinds, and they seem to be in pretty good condition. Carpet, of course, needs to be replaced. Then into our master bath. It's 11 by 7.5. The garden tub seems to be in good condition, and this will not need a window treatment here. There is regular light fixtures, very basic, into a private restroom, and our our shower seems to be in fairly good condition. It does have a little bit of a makeshift shelf that could use some caulking if it's left there. It looks like it was probably used for shampoos and whatnot, but the base just needs some cleaning, but it seems to be in good repair. Our closet, our master closet is, let's see, 8, 9 by 7 with some great racks and rods for storage. A nice shoe area. And it looks like we've got, somebody had a toe kick here that they've hit a little bit too hard. That will need to be replaced. We do have our attic here. And there is another, it is a 2-sink master bath, but they're on 2 different sides of the restroom, which is perfect. There's a nice little sitting area here. They've made good use of the space. All right, so we go back down the hall. There's a little art niche here. And we go through the dining, living hall entrance into a second hall. This is a hall bath off of a bedroom and den area, and this particular hall bath is 5 by 8.5. It looks like our vent cover is missing, and of course this will have to be repainted and a towel, a towel curtain, a curtain rod put on, as well as a hand towel rod. And overall, it seems to be fine. The sink just has a moth in it. That's not a defect. And we've got a fine cabinet without any major damage. The tiles are in really good condition. Now, in this particular first bedroom, it is 1210 by 910. It needs a fan. The smoke detector's in place. Carpet. Lots of paint in here. I mean, it's definitely needing paint. We do have a little bit of a separation here. I shouldn't say a separation, but retaping, which also is in the entrance as well. I'm going to show you that on the way out. And then this blind is broken and needs to be replaced. These are our screens, 2 of them outside that I'll bring in. This particular closet door does need to be replaced and retract. It's not on the track very well. It is a nice split closet for hanging purposes, which is great. And then right off this little hall is a den, which possibly could be made into a 5th bedroom. But I think it's nice to, when you have 4 bedrooms, to have this extra room. So it has a fan, smoke detectors in place. This particular window treatment was pivoting okay. It wasn't very good. I borrowed the rod to go and test one of the other ones, and it wasn't pivoting as well as the other ones, but I think it just needs a little bit of work. So that carpet definitely needs to be replaced. We've got some hall storage that's in good condition, and we also have this coat closet here. Okay. So then we have a 3rd hall with the smoke detector in place. There will need to be a light, hall light put in here. This is the laundry room, and it is 8 by 5.5 with some shelving on each side. Looks like there's a little rack here for hanging clothes when you're done washing and drying. So that's nice. I didn't get to see the back of this door. Yes, the back of this door seems to be in good repair. There's some little hanging hooks here and here. Oh, there we go. It's fine. All right, now this is our 2nd bedroom, not including the master bath. And this particular bedroom is 11 by 10. Window treatment works great. We need a cover for our smoke detector, and we do need a fan and light package. These closet doors are not sliding well, although they don't look beat up, but they do. There is a tracking issue that needs some attention. And then we have the same closet as in the other room. and carpet. Scary. Okay, this hall closet, or excuse me, hall closet, this hall bath is our second hall bath, and it's 5 by 11 with tile. It definitely needs a towel bar. It's not covered like the other one, but I think they both need towel bars. And it also needs I think that needs to be replaced. It's really tacky looking. The bathtub just looks like it needs some cleaning, and we don't normally put window treatments up here, but it does look like it has like a rock has hit it, and I would probably replace that. I don't know if you can see that, but I think that glass would have to be replaced, or the window would have to be replaced. So overall, this is just a 1 sink bathroom, and a very long one though. They probably could have done us better and given us 2 sinks, but oh well. These cabinets they're fine inside. They're much like the kitchen ones, and they could probably use a coating of some type of a lacquer or varnish of some sort. Everything in the house needs to be painted as well. Now this particular 3rd bedroom is 10 by 12. This fan is rather small and doesn't have a cover. Whether you want to keep that or not, that's up to you. And these particular window treatments work, but this one has a couple of pieces missing. It does have a little window or ledge, seating ledge, and there's a little bit of a dent there that needs to be addressed. This closet slides beautifully and has some extra shelving here. A rod's missing, but I think that was just because that was used to possibly stack some things, and then there's a rod here, and then the upper one here. Now this also needs some taping right up here. Needs to be retaped. It looks like there's just been some settling, but the settling isn't really noticed at all in the flooring. So I don't think it's a huge issue like on one house that we opted not to even show you because of that issue. So as you walk back through this particular hall and into the entrance, which have a real nice trim with their window treatments all the way down and around, the extra trim around the windows is really quite nice. Now this is where, right here, is where we start to see a little bit of a crack along the drywall line, all the way across. So it's definitely a settling issue. And I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there it goes. It zeroed in on it for some reason. I'm sorry about that, but at least you'll be able to see it. And it does go across the room, almost all the way across. It starts in about the middle of the dining room, and let me see if I can zero that back out for you. It's not doing it on its own. Okay, it starts in about the middle of the eating area, and which would be the light here, above the light, all the way down to the entrance, which is about right here. And then there's the entrance right here. Overall, I think the property is great. I don't think it's a huge issue. It just needs to be retaped unless they find something that's an issue with trusses. The garage has a very long fluorescent light. The garage door is working. There's some hanging racks here, and it looks like we have a gas water heater and some shelving. Overall, it's pretty basic. Could use some paint.